Deep volley.
Well, hello now. For sport, we brought you here today at the Acropolion Stadium. The year is circa 350, and just outside Athens and Thrace, where Thessaly in the distance and the great craggy Ithaca, very beautiful undulating groyles which suffer this great rugged countryside where many were hung in the early days there, legs upside down, and joy as the great animals came out. I think it was where the lions at the first, old Hercules, and tore off the back leg of them and threw it over his shoulder. But to the game. Now the Scrudgeons first followed fourth there. The ambidextrals who work for either side are looking very crafty with the stalwart stays, which are drawn out from this lovely dihydro-wheeled chariot's grable. Out of the small hole it comes forth, and the sindles fly either side, and I can see the Frommelian delegation there with their tricoloured underwoads, their tassels, orbiceptor, all dangly fine as they march in time to the initial music to set the game growl, because that's how it begreves. Now here and there's a sawn-off shot goal as the odd foot is missing as they take their first creppers. And I'll take you over to the Sicilian chival bars from where I'm standing. There's a very fine flabe coming through as they stuff these odd pieces of cut grobel, because that's how they grow, with the olive trees halfway for a very fine flabe. Here and there a fine garlic. Pooh, Horibold's a lovely smell as it comes through. I can see where the ambidextrals there, who work for either side, are retrieving this very fine scrubshment, which is the early game, and as they clash, there's a very friendly smile. There's not a snarl among them as they raise their knifey knuckle dusters there and stuff it under the arm peggers and bandaged up by the early visit of the people who save them this grove. The first aid have come on, and they've got splints here and there, a very fine sling for lifting up the arm pegger of those who suffered the mosting, and the 4 fouls per side are decided with the first penalties where they flollop in the goal mouth. There's a great gathering round one goal node as the net is followed flat. What a clean groil there as they kicking it on the Bocas and the Mabel, all these people doing a very fine suffering in the cause of the sport, a pre-recursor of this circa through fivefold. What a wonderful joy as they're raising up their small glinty knives. There's absolutely no bloodthirsty sport in the whole world such a joy as this friendly gathering for presenting the cups by the Lord Mayor at 3:30 on a Saturday after Lubrius. 2 or 3 are slightly drunk in the front row, which is not permitted really, but as they hiccough and trip, so they're flattened on the Bocas and tripping up in the first line forward, and the backs who wear the largest feet, size 17, the shoes of 109 pounds per weight, as they charge. The first charges, and don't get a Metzer from the Light Brigade on this, because this was a sport. And you'll find that there is a crafty most in this game, which wouldn't be allowed today. We do know that 1 or 2 of the halfbacks and the forward 25 carry a feather for tickling under the arm pegger, as no one is looking for to collecting the ball. And while they laugh so bollock, they kick them under the eardroves, and with a laugh on their dying chins, they lay kicking up the mud into a very high hevel. But there is a joy in this game as they gather through on the right-hand side. Passy most, there's teamwork, oh yes, and before one it's a fine kick there where the ball would land, so it bouncy most and cause a flat face as they lie. But it's a very fine sport, and I think in the first or several division, where Athens came out on top, Athaca several, and Thrace or Sicily, which came fourth or fire, and several of the bandits that lurking in the hillocks today are supposed to be related and handed down for father, soil and son, so to carry on the sport. There is a deep joy, and while everybody here is laughing their broken heads off and lebbers like a sawn-off shot goal, I hand you back to the Roofless, where our studio has beamed on the Great Lobe.